So what does a normal work day at ADG look like for you? So this is kind of like the retail part of the store.
Hardscape heaven.
Insane. That's nice, man.
Very.
Okay, man, so it's currently 10 to 10. Just came in. Some of the lights are already on, I see.
Yeah, and so I do my rounds. I have a route, and basically we start off with lowering the pipes.
You raise them at night?
We raise them at night to aerate the water. It really helps with the surface film.
Yeah.
Some of them we have skimmers on there anyways, but you know, it's better to aerate the water, and it's just good for the fish and overall, you know, the environment of the tank. This one, actually, the pipes don't get lowered.
Okay.
He likes to keep it aerating all the time for these fish.
Fair enough.
Moving on to here. And it's actually kind of nice, like in the morning, once I get all the pipes down, I lower it and then it's quiet again,
Yeah.
you know. I did a good job lowering or lifting these last night because usually there would be a whole pool of water up here, all the way down. You also notice that this is closer to the center of the tank right now. That's so that the splashing doesn't. So in the morning, I move it back out to here.
Okay.
So that both filters can circulate properly.
So the store is open 6 days a week?
6 days a week. We are open Tuesday through Sunday. So we're closed on Mondays. So today's Thursday. That means that we'll be getting our plant order. So yesterday I already did maintenance on the plant holding system, our room over there, so that we're ready for plants on Thursday.
Plant holding system is over here. So we got all the immersed plants, and over here they also have a large submerged holding tank, I guess. Yep, do you have a favorite tank in the gallery?
Yeah, it has to be the Iwagumi.
Iwagumi, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
That was actually one of the first tanks that I helped with here in the gallery. So me and Jeff actually scaped this Iwagumi together. Yeah, it was really great. I think I was just 1 or 2 weeks into the job.
Yeah.
And he had already picked these 3 stones, but you know, we worked together to get them into the tank, and you know, had a good discussion about how we should space them. With only three stones, it's very difficult to create like that perfect balance. So the spacing, I think, is really well done, and the orientation of them to create that valley. In the morning, it's really beautiful to have that sunlight come in, and then to see them, you know, see the fish like this.
Really cool.
And so you'll notice actually we have some smudges here and a handprint right there.
Yeah.
So I can show you something cool that we have. The squeegee.
You got a special tool?
Yeah. So not sure if you guys have heard of this or seen this, but it's a vacuum squeegee. And so I can demonstrate now. So we've got these.
What's the spray bottle, man? What's the spray bottle?
Oh, this is the ADA spray bottle.
That's cool.
Yeah. Or it's a Dua, sorry.
Dua, yeah. I see.
Okay, and then let me turn these lights on.
So this is kind of like the retail part of the store?
Yeah.
I mean, the gallery is big, and this is a smaller space, but you guys just focus on the essentials, right?
Essentially, you know, we like to display and carry the products that we personally use here at the store.
Yeah.
And we try to keep all that clutter out. You know, it would be a little odd if, you know, we had this and then just a big slurry of, you know, products and stuff like that. So we kind of try to keep it clean, tidy, small selection, because whatever you have to choose from here is, you know, what we consider to be the ideal.
Yeah.
And this is all of our house plants. We have a collaboration with the store here called the Floriculture.
Are they a local houseplant shop?
They're a local houseplant shop, and actually every week one of their staff comes in here to water the plants and refresh the selection. So
Oh, really?
that every week you come here, you can see something different.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what does a normal work day at ADG look like for you?
I'll break it down by the week. So Tuesdays I come in on the first day of the week. I take care of the 3 biggest tanks. So I'll do maintenance on the big eel tank, the angelfish tank, and Mike's office.
Okay.
That takes me all day.
Yeah.
Then Wednesday, like I said, I take care of the plant room.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't take me all day. So usually I have a couple other gallery tanks that I can take care of as well. Thursday, I'm usually putting away the plant order. And then I'll take care of a couple other tanks.
Okay.
And by Thursday, I'm usually done with the ones that I'm responsible for. And so Friday, if Jeff needs any help with any of the tanks that he regularly does, I'll help him with those. And then I also get a lot of custom projects here for customers.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday and Saturday are the days where I can work on my projects. You know. In fact, actually, we can take a look at one of them right now.
Let's do it.
He really liked the tank up front, so I use the same wood. It's the type of oak. He also likes wood coming out of the tank. So this will be the rim of the 90, and so it'll come out, stick out a little bit past.
I mean, guys, just look at these amazing hardscape materials. Like,
yeah, it's nice to have this dojo right here, and then
yeah,
you know,
pick whatever you want.
some selection behind, and then if I need to, the door to the rest of the hardscape's just right there. So.
Could we have a little peek in there?
Absolutely. This can never get sold. Anytime I see somebody that's here at the store for the first time, you know, when
Yeah.
I greet them, I find out, you know, if they've been here before or whatever. But I always like to see their reaction for the first time when I open this door.
I mean, you already showed it me, so you
Yeah.
saw my first reaction. But
Yeah,
I haven't shown it to the audience
but
yet.
this is for the viewers, right? So
I mean,
this is
this
Hardscape Heaven.
is insane.
This is called Texas Select. It's a type of red cedar that's collected here in Texas, and really highly figured, a lot of nice grain. I just love this beautiful golden color.
Yeah.
And it gets really, you know, this is kind of towards the end of this big palette, right? But it gets really nice and twisty, and it's just a gorgeous wood. Actually, we can see that over here. This is that oak that I was telling you about. Also has some really cool characteristics, very gnarled, and I would say almost even an aggressive hardscape.
Really nice.
Very angular. Maple leaf rock. This is my favorite one. Like this part of this wood that just curls and curves. I've got a lot of pieces at home like that.
And it goes all the way up top.
Yeah. So a lot of this stuff is like private stash, like for example, not for sale here.
Yeah.
But also just for storage. So if one of these pallets are getting low, we can just get our forklift and bring another pallet down for the customers.
Look at these massive
Huge.
dragon stones, man.
Dragon stones. And of course we've got Siriu. A pallet of Frodo from Adam.
What?
Yeah,
That's
for scale.
insane, man.
There's your thumbnail.
Exactly.
And lace rock, this one is very cool because there's a lot of like deep pits that it's almost like the 88 Unzen stone, you know, there's these deep pockets that you can, some of them are really beautiful, like it looks like a big bowl. So this is very cool.
How do you call this? Lace rock?
Yeah, see, there's like these big pits here.
Yeah.
It's a volcanic, you know, it's probably some type of lava rock.
Mm-hmm.
I've done some really cool projects with this. And then of course, just like your giant lava rock as well.
Yeah.
There is a cool one. There, we have some fossil rock out here. This is ghostwood.
Yeah, we don't have this in the Netherlands, or I haven't seen it in Europe.
Yeah, this is from
beautiful.
UNS, and it's a sandblasted manzanita.
Sandblast Manzanita, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And here's like the finer branches for it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so if you check this out, these rocks are full of fossils. Like that's a fossil right there.
What? Wow.
Yeah. Very cool stuff. Sometimes for fun, we'll just like break one open to see if we can find anything cool inside. Back in the day, they made, ADA made these moon tanks where the front is one panel and the back 3 panels is one piece of glass.
Oh,
so
really?
the back corners are curved and it's already frosted.
Really?
It's, the glass is like textured to create that frosted effect. It's not a film. And so this is a 180 180p moon. So you can see actually the corners, how it's curved.
That's an 88 tank.
That's an 88 tank.
What?
From the 90s.
It's like antique.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Never seen that before.
Yeah, and then we got a metal rim tank. That's truly antique.
Wow. You guys got a bunch of cool stuff here, man.
Yeah.
Your colleague is currently doing a water change, you said?
Yeah, that's correct. So he'll basically just wipe the glass, drop the water level. So you can see it's draining right now into this sink. This is how I do the freshwater tank water changes as well. Actually, this is cool to talk about. So we drain into here. After we're done, what I do is I'll put the other hose into a bucket and purge this of all the tank water.
Okay.
So I'll hook this up to this. This is where that planted vat, me and Jeff's vat is.
Yeah.
And you'll see here we have a counter. So you see the exact volume of water that's passing through this line. And so what I'll do is I'll connect the hose here, and then I'll turn this on to fill the hose with RO water before I put it back to the tank.
Otherwise, you might be pumping in some salt water or something.
Right. No, well, it's not the salt water that's the issue. It's I don't want any of the old tank water in there.
Ah, okay.
So I'll purge all that tank water into a bucket.
Yeah.
I know that the hose that I use is about 2 gallons. So I'll run this with 2.5 gallons to make sure that it's filled with our water. I'll put it back in the tank, and then I'll start filling it. And the reason is, when I remineralize it, I know the exact volume of water that I'm remineralizing down to, you know, the liter, right?
That's smart indeed, because when I fill my tank up with RO water, I'm just guessing how many minerals I have to put back in, you know?
Or some people will use like a TDS meter to measure, and then they keep adding until they reach the right level. Here, I just know 0.66 grams per gallon. Yeah. And so if, let's say I have 10.5, then I just multiply by 0.66, and then we measure out on a very accurate scale down to, you know, 2 decimal places on the gram, and then I'll remineralize that way. So that's actually pretty cool that we talked about it. And so it's very convenient because I have this long hose that I can go from tank to tank to tank in the gallery, and really it's just draining into this into the floor here, and then using these taps to refill the tanks.
That's cool, man.
So we have 2 saltwater ones. This one's more for the gallery, so when these guys are done, he's gonna hook it up to here. This is the customer's salt water, customer's RO water, gallery salt water, gallery planted tank, and then this is just a filtered carbon, filtered by carbon bottle. And so this is just tap water that's filtered.
Oh, nice.
And so sometimes we use that just for, you know, washing our hands off, or if something doesn't need RO water, then we can use this carbon bottle water. I use this carbon bottle water for the eel tank, and Mike's the African cichlid tank.
Yeah, they don't need RO water.
Correct, yeah.
This is quite a new setup, right?
It is. It was just in its beginning stages when I started here. So I'd say this scape is, you know, maybe a little under a year. But when I started working here is when they started adding all the corals and stuff. Yeah. We did have like a big algae issue at the beginning, so they had to black out this tank for a while. Okay. But then, you know, after that, everything was good. The coralline algae is coming in really nicely. And yeah, you're getting a pretty cool shot of the tank because, you know, usually with the water flowing and everything's moving around, but this is what it looks like with the water flow off. You know, things are just kind of there, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
I really like the rock structure, man, like the plates and the gaps underneath, you know?
Yeah. and just a lot of really nice collector corals in here. And obviously we've got the best of the best here in terms of filtration equipment, lighting.
Yeah, like
you check out this control panel.
Side, yeah. I was saying to Jeff, like this looks like some Bitcoin mining setup, whatever, you know.
Yeah, and it's all controlled on a tablet, you know. So.
Oh wow. Well, thanks a lot for showing us a little bit behind the scenes of Aquarium Design Group.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've seen the gallery on social media and whatever, but it's just cool to see what else is going on, you know?
Yeah.
So, thanks a lot.
You're very welcome.